Right now at 5, game changer. New rules when it comes to girls and sports.
Plus, could $5,000 stimulus checks be on the way thanks to Doge?
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. A downtown bar could soon lose its liquor license.
The reason, allegations of underage drinking. News 8 Now's Allison Ferget is live at City Hall tonight where a special meeting is happening. Allison.
Ken and Emily, right now members of the Common Council are hearing about the bar's alleged history of serving alcohol to underage people. In a letter addressed to the Common Council, a lieutenant with the La Crosse Police Department wrote the bar is, quote, a disorderly presence in our community. Since Latino Bar and Grill opened in April 2022, the police department has issued over 320 citations to bar patrons. The bar has gained a reputation as a freshman bar, and officers say the owner and staff repeatedly failed to prevent underage drinking. After all this, the bar could now officially have its liquor license revoked. Now, as mentioned earlier, the meeting is going on currently. We will have an update for you in our 6 o'clock show. For now, Ken and Emily, back to you.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Allison. Voter turnout was low for Tuesday's primary. According to the county clerk's office, La Crosse County has more than 79,000 registered voters, but only 10,674 voted. In the mayoral primary, only 6,151 votes were cast. Shondell Washington Spivey and Chris Kalo won those top 2 spots. They'll be facing off next in the April general election.
The next election for mayor of La Crosse will be historical.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk is in the newsroom to explain. Grace.
Ken and Emily, if Chris Kalo wins, she'll be the first female mayor. If Shondell Washington Spivey wins, he'll be the first black and openly gay mayor. La Crosse was established as a city in 1856. Since then, 43 people have served as mayor, all of them being white males. A trip to La Crosse Historical Society reveals how black individuals and women played important roles in the city's history, working as entrepreneurs and business owners. So, what does the April mayoral race mean for the city? Take a listen.
To have a black candidate and a female candidate, this is making history for our city. It's exciting that we have a diverse population, that we do have a long legacy of people serving our community, and people want to step up and serve as mayor for our community.
Last night's primary also made history with 3 women and Washington Spivey appearing on the ballot. Like you said earlier, La Crosse's general election will take place on April 1st. Ken and Emily.
Thank you, Grace.
Governor Tony Evers is in Eau Claire today as part of a statewide budget tour. Evers visited Sam Davey Elementary School. His budget includes $4 billion for education, expanding mental health care in schools, replacing bubblers with filtered water bottle filling stations, and providing universal school breakfast and lunch.
Having free lunch, free breakfast for kids, for every kid, is really, really important. Being healthy as it relates to good, healthy food, that makes a difference in kids' lives.
Evers also wants $856 million for the University of Wisconsin system and $60 million for the technical colleges. Republicans are using tax breaks to lure victims of wildfires and hurricanes to Wisconsin. A bill would give people who relocate here a $10,000 income tax credit. Lawmakers behind the bill say it could help with workforce shortages in Wisconsin, like in the healthcare sector.
The WIAA changing up its rules when it comes to girls in sports.
Sports director Jacob Lenzendorf is here to explain. Jacob.
Yeah, Ken and Emily, it's an update to policy as the WIAA is following the federal directives that were recently signed by President Trump. The change explains that only students designated as females at birth may compete in girls' sports, barring transgender athletes from taking part. Stephanie Hauser, executive director of the WIAA, releasing a statement today saying, today the WIAA Board of Control voted to update the organization's policy regarding student-athlete eligibility, affirming its compliance with the federal directives that only students designated as females at birth will be allowed to participate in girls' competitions. Working in consultation with legal counsel, our board updated this policy to ensure clarity is provided to our membership as they work to comply with new federal guidance from the White House. The change comes after the NCAA also updated its policies to similarly limit competition in women's sports to solely those assigned female at birth. Ken and Emily.
All right, thank you, Jacob.
Still no word on what caused a house in Racine to explode.
Officials say flames could be seen yesterday shooting into the air. 2 people were hurt and hospitalized. Fire crews were at the scene for 5 hours. A neighbor said the couple did have a new stove installed earlier in the day.
We've seen the house topple over. The fire department, they kind of had a struggle getting their water, but they've been doing an amazing job. So once we seen the house topple over, trees kind of caught fire a little bit.
Fire officials say the blast caused $200,000 in damages.
Eau Claire Transit is offering free bus rides. With temperatures dipping, the city of Eau Claire waiving all fare requirements for passengers. All buses are fully accessible for those using mobility devices. For more details on routes and schedules, we'll have a link included on our digital platforms.
Overall today we had a little bit more milder air, just a few degrees up there. Upper single digits to some areas got into the teens to low teens, and the wind chills weren't quite as bad as we saw on Monday and Tuesday. So overall we saw some improvement. Well, it's going to continue, but overall we still got some cold temperatures tonight. So the dangerous cold continues, but for isolated areas really that may see these winds get up enough to produce wind chill at 30 below. Most areas will probably stay below that. Still cold, still bundle up obviously and take care if you're outside. Right now the feel like temperatures mostly in the single digits around teen. Some areas are just around 4 below up at Ladysmith, so it's not overly too bad. Area wide really all the way to the west where they were 40s, 50s, now just in the teens, giving an idea that the air mass is going to start changing here overall. So if you look at this evening, cold, but a few clouds out there, mainly high clouds, wind chills around 5 to 10 below for La Crosse, getting back down to 2. A little colder up to Eau Claire, getting back down to 1 with a wind chill around 10 below. Light winds 2 getting back there. Overall, if we track out throughout the night, we'll probably get into that 10 to 15 by 10 p.m. and then after midnight, we'll probably be in the 15 to potentially 20. Morning commute, there could be a few areas that get back down in the 20 to 25 range, but overnight lows once again below 0, but just in the single digits, not overly too bad. Some areas may struggle to get to 0. We have more clouds in the evening, less clouds to go towards the morning hour. And the bigger news going on for Thursday and Friday is a slow warming trend. It will take some time, but we're going to get back to 30 and eventually 40 here soon.
All right, onward and upward.
Yes, that's true.
Thank you, Greg.
It's Wisconsin Crossing Guard Week, and police say too many drivers are putting children at risk. Onalaska School Resource Officer Tyler Blair says half of all drivers aren't paying attention in school zones. One crossing guard told us why he's been serving for nearly 12 years.
Knowing that I get kids across the street safely every day and they got a chance to come and learn and then get home safely.
Drivers who ignore crossing guards face a $110 fine and 3 points on their license.
Governor Evers has proposed a new idea for Wisconsin license plates, a butter yellow special edition, tapping into the growing interest in unique plates. While the design isn't finalized, it will feature a yellow background resembling butter. Evers is also recommending funding for popular blackout plates with black backgrounds and white lettering. Proceeds from the specialty plates will help fund the state's transportation system.
The White House quickly downsizing government. Tonight, what voters think about it all.
Plus, possible new stimulus checks for Americans. How much and the Doge twist.
Right now at Home Sleep Express, spend $6.99 and get a free Stanley tumbler and up to $200 in MasterCard rewards cards on quality mattress brands Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. The President's Day mattress sale going on now at Home Sleep Express.
Attention business owners, start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait, our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex Disc contours to it, so the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience,
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who suffer from an upset stomach after a big meal? Try Pepto-Bismol. Unlike some products, Pepto coats and soothes your digestive system to provide fast 5-symptom relief. Stock up on Pepto today.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. And right now, get 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for $25 per line when you switch.
It's better over here.
Big truck.
College, tuition, bills. Someday I'll get that new truck.
This is just where we're at right now. Someday you'll get that big truck.
We've waited 40 years for this Denali, and it's beautiful. Is the big truck next?
Some kids just never grow up.
It's the President's Day sale at Home Sleep Express. Get up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets with free delivery and setup and a $300 shopping cart. Plus, pay no interest for 5 years. The Tempur-Pedic President's Day sale at Home Sleep Express.
DOGE continues to downsize the federal government at a rapid pace.
So how are voters reacting to all of this? CBS's Natalie Brand has the answer.
More than a dozen people spoke to us. Many of them didn't want to go on camera, but almost everyone had a strong opinion, ranging from fear over what's going on to applauding the government-wide cuts. We traveled to Ashburn, Virginia. That's about 40 minutes outside of Washington, D.C. It's an area where you get a range of political views, but it's also a place where a lot of people are connected to the federal government, either as direct employees or working as contractors or work for businesses that support the government. I met one woman, Carol, whose husband works for a company heavily dependent on USAID contracts. She says his projects have been shut down and his company has furloughed around 70% of the staff. Carol and her friend Janet told us some of their concerns about Elon Musk's DOGE and layoffs across government agencies.
Everything just feels very indiscriminately done. There's no purpose to it. They're just slashing people without any kind of thoughtful consideration of what they do, what their job is.
I just don't understand how all this can happen and there's no control over it. And we've got people in the Oval Office now that aren't politicians, that have no right to be making these decisions.
The White House says it's the federal agencies making the decisions about who to cut. And supporters of President Trump, they say that this is long overdue, that the government should be downsized, although one supporter said that it seems the cuts are happening rather abruptly.
I think it was a little quick. I think you probably could have rolled it out a little better, but I think overall it's going to be good in the long run.
I don't think it's too abrupt. Unfortunately, we do have to pull the rug out after a while. I mean, the spigot has got to stop. This has just been ridiculous.
I spoke to one federal employee who declined to go on camera, but agreed with that sentiment, calling the cuts, quote, fantastic. Another federal worker disagreed and said he worries about young talent, those probationary employees with less than 2 years experience on the job, leaving government and taking their skills with them. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Could $5,000 DOGE stimulus checks be coming? The program has reportedly saved the country $55 billion with a goal of $2 trillion. On social media, many Americans are calling for stimulus checks. Azoria investment firm says if the goal is met, $400 billion should go back to taxpayers, about $5,000 per household. Elon Musk says he has discussed checks with the president.
TikTok might finally have a buyer. According to the New York Post, it is Wyoming entrepreneur Reed Rassner. The offer expected to come today is worth $50 billion. Previous potential buyers included billionaires Larry Ellison and Elon Musk. President Trump gave ByteDance 75 days to find a buyer for the app when he took office. We'll have more news ahead.
But first,
finally, we got a warming trend that you're going to enjoy. We're going to see 30s potentially this weekend and then even 40s next week. So we're going to go beyond the rise up. We'll break down when to expect it and if we got any precipitation through your weekend. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
When I'm done, cleaned up, and I take the customer down there, I go through it all with them and explain how the equipment operates, show them how the bypass operates, how to set the clock, how the unit actually backwashes, pulls brine, how a water softener actually works.
During the President's Day sale at PM Sleep Center, you'll save up to $400 on select Sealy adjustable mattress sets. Hurry in early for the best selection. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving Lacrosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get over $2,700 purchase cash on 2025 Sierra 1500 models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
At Toma Health, our cardiac rehab specialists take your treatment to heart.
Our team in cardiac rehab are all certified clinical exercise physiologists through the American College of Sports Medicine. Our intention is to really get that patient back into their normal daily life and improve.
Everything that I have done in this hospital, I feel more like a family than I did when I came in or anywhere else I've been.
Toma Health Cardiac Rehab, caring for our community.
During the President's Day sale at PM Sleep Center, you'll save up to $800 on select Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets. Hurry in early for the best selection. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving Lacrosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
When I'm done, cleaned up, and I take the customer down there, I go through it all with them and explain how the equipment operates, show them how the bypass operates, how to set the clock, how the unit actually backwashes, pulls brine, how a water softener actually works.
Yeah, good news. We're going to finally see the Arctic air being lifted and pushed to the northeast. You can kind of see that already. Still got this big bulge in the center here, that kind of that cold dome that's sitting overhead. But if you look kind of right now at current temperatures, just look to the west, Salt Lake City 45, 27 Missoula. That mild air is eventually going to push over our area. So we're going to see eventually all this lift to the northeast and kind of retreat back to the north. So that's what we're over the next couple days. That's what's going to be going on. So that's the positive news going on. So we should be warming to the 30s by this weekend. Some areas may touch 40 on Sunday. 40s for most of next week, depending on what plays on. Some areas might even get the upper 40s. Other areas may be in the 30s, but it will be above average. There's just a slight chance of maybe a few showers. A little system's going to clip us as it's going from northwest to southeast around the UP of Michigan. Maybe a few showers, and that would probably be in the form of rain, given we're going to be fairly warm that time, but not expecting to see a lot of precipitation with that. We still got the alert day conditions, but it's really for isolated spots that still might get to minus 30 tonight. Probably higher up you go, more exposed areas will get those winds above 10 miles per hour. Probably southeastern Minnesota and further west is probably where you can see that. And if you look at where the cold weather advisories are on right now, pretty much it is just to the west. Decorah and areas just to a point. You see Rochester, Preston, all those areas still may see winds in the 10 to 15 mile per hour range. That'll give them wind chills at times to 30 below or less. But everywhere else pretty much has been improving. So we'll see that for tonight, and that'll be pretty much it for really wind chills overall. And if you track those out, this evening we're probably going to be in that 10 to 15 below range for anything you're going outside evening. By the time we get to 10 p.m. and beyond, probably get into 15 to 20 below. And then as you wake up tomorrow morning out and about, that's when we could see areas at 20 to 25 below, with some spotty areas getting a little bit colder for a few hours. But by the time you get to about 10 a.m., we're going to boost those all the way up to the single digits near zero. By noon, we're pretty much above zero for wind chills, and that's probably the last we're going to see too much of any really cold wind chills for at least a good week and a half, looks like. There's your temperatures for tomorrow. We're going to get back up into the teens, near 20, still below average. We should be in the low to mid 30s almost this time, but definitely will feel a lot warmer than we've had lately. Friday, we're going into Saturday. We're still going to look at temperatures in the single digits below zero, given the snowpack and clearing skies. So each day we're going to be below zero probably until we get to this weekend, but we won't have much of a wind chill. And on Friday's temperatures will kind of climb a few more degrees, maybe potentially middle 20s now for Friday, under plenty of sunshine to go on. And then going into Saturday, there we go, go into, whoops, that's not Friday's lows, that's actually Saturday's lows. And as we go into Saturday, there's your high temperatures. Could approach freezing for some areas finally too. Definitely getting closer to average. And then overall next week, as you kind of time this out, look at all this warm air going on. It's really going to be quite nice going into Sunday, 30s, and to next week, all the warm temperatures to the west will continue to build. So throughout the area, we're going to see temperatures continue to climb up. There we go for Sunday. And then we're going to see temperatures pretty much approach the mid 40s potentially. Some areas to the southwest could be all the way to the 50s. So definitely going to be warm as we go throughout. And the 8-day forecast kind of spells that out with mid 40s. The next rain chance really comes in Wednesday, and they're cooler behind that. But note the 38 next week, Thursday. That is the average by now. So going into first part of March, we're now in the upper 30s for average. So we're going to continue to climb.
We like average.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up, a spacecraft capturing video of the far side of the moon. The stunning visuals when we come back.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
When you've trusted your personal injury case to Bygoff and Rohde, you're going to feel the weight of the world off your shoulders. You have to concern yourself with getting to the doctor and trying to get better. We'll do everything else. And that's how we get results for our clients.
No cash, no problem. Head to Wesco One Sparta and get up to 48 months to pay interest-free on all the hot new furniture you want. Looking to level up your space? We've got you covered with recliners, sofas, bedroom sets, and dining furniture. All available with zero interest for up to 48 months. Don't wait. Upgrade your home today and swing by Wesco One Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
Get $3,000 total cash allowance on this 2025 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $5,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
This street's like any other in Wisconsin, but the new neighbor is a pedophile who repeatedly raped a little girl, released after just 2 years in prison. Thanks to Judge Susan Crawford's sweetheart sentence, a fraction of the 60 years he faced. Now, the pedophile lives blocks from a school. And with Susan Crawford on the bench, your street could be next.
After you've been injured in an accident, life becomes chaotic. You have doctor's appointments, medical bills, insurance adjusters harassing you to settle your claim. When you call Bygoff and Rohde, we take care of it all. We get results.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
A Firefly spacecraft has captured a stunning view of the far side of the moon, the side that faces away from Earth.
The U.S. aerospace company said the footage taken yesterday while the lunar lander was orbiting 75 miles above the moon's surface. Firefly Aerospace described the footage as incredible. The spacecraft is due to land on the moon in about 2 weeks. And I haven't thought about the moon in quite a long time. So this is a nice reminder from Firefly that, yeah, we're still orbiting the moon and checking things out.
And there's other sides of it we haven't seen yet.
That's right.
So look at that.
We're expanding our knowledge.
Sure are. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Stressless by Eckerness. The most comfortable seating in the world is more comfortable than ever. It's on sale now at Drury's in Fountain. Every year, Eckerness updates styles and leathers, and that means outstanding values. And now we're passing these savings on to you. It's time for you to enjoy the incredible comfort of a stressless sofa or recliner in your home. Now at fantastic savings. A stressless recliner is your place. A place to relax, a place to unwind. Stressless furniture on sale now at Drury's in Fountain.
Ford family of SUVs, proud sponsor of winter. Now, get up to $4,000 in total cash on a 2024 Ford Escape. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Earn now, spend later during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Blaine's Bucks event. Now through February 26th, rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store. Redeemable just like cash March 6th through the 19th. Start earning on long-lasting tires. Buy 3, get 1 free. Save up to $100 in consumer rebates. Plus, if you find tires we carry somewhere else for less, we'll match the price and give you an extra $5 instant savings per tire. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? R-O-L-A-I-D-S. Rolaids dual active formula begins to neutralize acid on contact. Rolaids spells relief.
When you really need to sleep, you reach for the really good stuff. ZzzQuil Ultra helps you sleep better and longer when you need it most. It's non-habit forming and powered by the makers of NyQuil. ZzzQuil Ultra, when you really, really need to sleep.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
All right, this evening not quite as bad as yesterday evening. Still dress appropriate out there with wind chills 10 to 15. As you wake up, could be 15 to 20, but that's an improvement from this morning. And it's just going to get better as we go throughout the next few days. Minus, we still have some overnight lows going into Friday below 0. Then 30 by Saturday and potentially 40s, mid-40s next week with some rain chances coming in by Wednesday as our average gets back up to the upper 30s at the end of the month. So it's going up.
Keep on ticking up. We're almost at those mild days.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
That does it for us at 5.
We'll see you back here at 6.